Hello, Golden Eagles. The Cal State LA Career Center is joining you today to talk about something you're already developing: your professional identity. Your professional identity is your growing understanding of who you are, what you bring, and how you want to contribute through your future work. And here's the important part: you don't have to wait until graduation to start building it. At the Career Center, we help you explore career options, gain hands-on experience, prepare for jobs and internships, and build your career community. You'll also hear about Future First, which helps you understand what employers expect and gives you a roadmap for developing your career throughout college. Career preparation isn't something that only happens during your senior year. It's something you can build intentionally from the beginning. By arriving at Cal State LA, you've already taken an important step toward becoming a professional. Becoming a professional doesn't suddenly happen when you earn your degree or get your first career position. You're developing it now, through your education, your experiences, the way you work with others, and the way you approach opportunities and challenges. In other words, professionalism includes both what you learn and the mindset you develop along the way. This semester, you'll begin developing what we call your Pro ID, or Professional Identity Portfolio. Your Pro ID brings together four important parts of your professional identity: your lived experiences, your cultural wealth, your world of work skills, and the profession-specific skills you develop through your major, courses, and experiences. Your Pro ID helps you recognize these pieces, make connections between them, and eventually communicate what you can contribute in a professional setting. Why is your Pro ID important? First, it helps with career exploration by connecting your strengths and interests to possible career pathways. Second, it supports networking by helping you understand what you care about and find people who share similar interests or goals. And third, it helps with interviewing, because you can do more than list your experiences. You can explain what those experiences taught you and tell a meaningful professional story. Your lived experiences and perspectives can also contribute value in the workplace. People don't all approach problems, relationships, or ideas in exactly the same way. When organizations create environments where employees can draw from their experiences, learn from differences, and contribute different perspectives, those differences can become a source of learning and effectiveness. Recognizing what you bring is part of developing your professional identity. College is a time to discover what you're good at, what you want to develop, and where your strengths might make a difference. Your experiences before college, and the experiences you're having now, are part of that discovery. There's only one person with your exact combination of experiences and perspectives. Part of career development is learning to recognize what those experiences have taught you and what they allow you to contribute. One way to recognize those strengths is through a framework called Community Cultural Wealth. Community Cultural Wealth describes knowledge, skills, strengths, and experiences that develop through our cultures, families, communities, and lived experiences. There are 6 forms. Familial capital comes from family and community knowledge and values. Social capital comes from relationships and networks. Aspirational capital helps us maintain hopes and goals even when we encounter barriers. Navigational capital helps us move through unfamiliar or challenging systems. Linguistic capital includes language, communication, and storytelling abilities. And resistant capital develops through recognizing, navigating, and challenging inequity. As you learn about them, consider which ones you can recognize in your own experiences. Your lived experiences and cultural wealth also connect to skills that employers value. NACE, the National Association of Colleges and Employers, identifies 8 career readiness competencies: career and self-development, communication, critical thinking, equity and inclusion, leadership, professionalism, teamwork, and technology. Here's the connection we want you to understand: an experience from your life can develop cultural wealth and, at the same time, help you develop skills that matter in the workplace. The next slides show what that connection can look like. Let's look at examples from working professionals. For each one, notice the connection between an experience, a form of community cultural wealth, and a world of work skill. In this example, Demetrius describes values he developed through a youth program and his community. Things like integrity, respect, honesty, and valuing others. That's familial capital. Those same values show up professionally through integrity, accountability, effective work habits, and respect for others. So here, familial capital becomes a foundation for professionalism. Demetrius also describes a mentor who made young people feel included, valued, and heard, and how he later modeled those same behaviors with others. That's social capital. The relationships that shaped him also influenced how he leads. Here, social capital contributes to leadership. Cynthia describes how watching her parents work toward a better future helped shape her own determination, work ethic, and aspirations. That's aspirational capital. Those strengths can also influence how someone contributes effort, resilience, and personal strengths toward shared goals. Here, aspirational capital connects with teamwork. Amani describes navigating college as a first-generation student while working, managing responsibilities, joining organizations, and finding resources and support. That's navigational capital. Learning to find resources, ask for help, build relationships, and move through unfamiliar systems also supports career development. Here, navigational capital becomes career and self-development. Cynthia also describes the dichos, or sayings, passed through generations in her family to communicate wisdom, lessons, hope, and guidance. That's linguistic capital. The ability to communicate ideas, adapt messages, listen, tell stories, and connect across cultures is also valuable professionally. Here, linguistic capital strengthens communication. Amani also describes entering spaces where women of color have historically been underrepresented. That's an example of resistant capital, knowledge and strength developed through recognizing and navigating inequity. That awareness can help someone identify barriers and advocate for more inclusive environments. Here, resistant capital connects to equity and inclusion. We've just seen how professionals can connect experiences from their lives to strengths they use in the workplace. Now we're going to shift the focus to you. Your time at Cal State LA gives you opportunities to recognize the cultural wealth you already have, and intentionally develop new experiences that become part of your professional identity. There are many ways to build your pro ID while you're at Cal State LA. You might complete projects or research. You might pursue an internship, study abroad, volunteer, join a student organization, attend a professional conference, or become involved in a professional association. Your courses matter too, as do the practical, technology, and language skills you develop. You don't need to do everything on this slide. Instead, think intentionally about the experiences that fit your interests and goals. Then ask yourself, what did I do? What did I learn? And what strengths or skills did I develop because of it? Your college journey includes an academic plan that helps you complete your degree. We also want you to build a career plan that helps you explore possibilities, develop skills, gain experiences, and prepare for what comes next. Future First helps connect the two. Your academic development and your professional development can happen at the same time. And that development happens over time. Early in college, you begin mapping possibilities, building relationships, and developing your professional story. As you continue, you focus on building foundational skills and exploring careers. Later, you'll add hands-on experiences, strengthen your professional presence, connect with employers, and ultimately prepare to launch into your next opportunity. You don't have to accomplish everything at once. The goal is to keep building your pro ID throughout college.